afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Starcub Review. I'm your host, as always, Starcub. Now, today, before we get into any new videos, I did mention a couple of days ago that I posted today, I have two reviews coming. This one is going to be on a TV series that is very, very dear to me. Early 90s sci-fi goodness. Still have a lot of memories about it, and recently just bought the full series because this series was amazing. It was part of my childhood growing up. I saw this in 1995-96 and absolutely fell in love with it, and since I've had so many fond memories of this series. And the other one is going to be on a game review that I recently just finished, and that's Biomutant, which is my full review on that. I did a semi-talk about it in one of my previous reviews. Well, sort of like a review, but I'm going to do a full review of that one, so that will be coming out tonight as well. But this one is on a very beloved 90s sci-fi series, ran for one season, won Primetime Emmy Awards, had an excellent cast of characters, actors and actresses as well. Great story, but it was cut short, and unfortunately it was left on a huge cliffhanger and has never been resolved since. And I just wanted to get my thoughts out and let everyone know it is on Earth 2. An absolutely amazing, groundbreaking science fiction TV show for its day. Still holds up really, really well. I got the complete series, which opens up like that. And it basically, there it is there. And then that's what it looks like there. But this was absolutely amazing growing up as a kid, and I was watching it. It was created by Billy Ray, Michael Duggan, Carol Flint, and Mark Levin, and stars the absolutely fabulous Deborah Farentino, Clancy Brown, Zoe Zimmerman, Jay Madsen Wright, Sullivan Walker, Jessica Steen, Rebecca Gayheart. Remember Rebecca Gayheart? She was amazing in this series. John Huber, and Antonio Sabato Jr., which I'm sure everyone is familiar with. Antonio Sabato Jr., heartthrob back in the day, and was an absolute 90s pin-up. Well, that's all I can really say about Antonio Sabato Jr. He was great in this, and he is central to a lot of the story in this as well. But they all did an amazing job with this, and it came out on NBC November 6, 1994, and ran to June 4, 1995. Now, back where I come from, back in Western Australia, Perth, I remember watching it, and it, for the time as well, it was I tuned into it every single episode for the 21 episodes that it ran. It was every week that I watched the episodes, and it was just an amazing time, especially for the technology, the cast as well, but also the locations of Earth 2. Now, I know going back on it, some people may go now and look at it going, oh wow, that doesn't really hold up, and all that, that's really outdated and just does not fit in with today's, how everything works with technology nowadays. I will guarantee you without no doubt that Earth 2 holds up even today, among the greatest of technology today, because a lot of it was practical effects. A lot of it was done practical with puppets, people in suits, people in very, very awesome makeup, because one of the inhabitants on this planet that they all travel to it's inhabited by a native race called Terrarians. And I'll have some pictures flashing up and stuff like that, so you'll get to see them. They're holding spears and stuff, but they're native to this planet. And for the makeup, for the time, it's absolutely amazing makeup. A general plot is basically, it follows the journey and settlement of a small expeditionary group called the Eden Project, with the intent to journey to an Earth-like planet called G889 in an attempt to find a cure to an illness called the syndrome. And basically it goes from there. They travel to this planet and they realize it's identical to Earth, but it's inhabited by this complete native race called the Terrarians, who have a very deep connection to Devon Ada's 8-year-old son, Ulysses Ada. And Devon Ada is played by the amazing Deborah Ferrantino, and Ulysses Ada is Joey Zimmerman. And I can honestly say they all, it's just, it plays out really, really well, plays on a lot of expectations that this is an alien planet, but at the same time it feels so familiar. It feels just like Earth, and it's identical to Earth. They can breathe on it. There's deserts, there's water, but obviously there's no humans. There's no other humans on it, but the natives. But there's other sort of creatures out there as well, which they venture to they see along the way. But as the story progresses with Earth 2, there's a lot of other stuff that comes up where they go out and then they spot native berries or flowers or something that they're not very familiar with, and they don't have the knowledge to know exactly what it is because they've never been to this planet before. But I'm really sad that it got cancelled when it did, because it won primetime. It was a successful premiere, and it won primetime Emmys. It won a Saturn Award, among other awards as well. And when it got released to DVD, I had bought it when I was back home in Western Australia. But then I sold it. I sold most of my stuff off for other reasons. But I always regretted giving up when I bought this. And this is not the one that I bought. I had a completely different edition. But finding it here, I was just absolutely amazed. So I'm revisiting the series, and it's a joy to revisit some things that really connected with me as a kid and still do today. I mean, I'm 38 this year, and I remember vividly so many scenes in Earth 2 that stuck out, especially the starting on the space station, them escaping. Someone escaped because they came up with plans and stuff like that, and then Devon and her crew have to leave in order to find a cure for the syndrome, but her son also suffers from a very debilitating disease, and I remember he's in braces and all that sort of stuff, but then he becomes so important and integral to the plot with the Terrarians later on, and it was just a fantastic series. And I know I've seen other videos out there posted from 4 years ago, more than 10 years ago and stuff like that on Earth 2, but I really just wanted to bring this to the forefront because I really wanted to make it an important note that I really want this series to come back in some way, whether they continue it with a follow-up anime series, or they do an entirely new series based on the original Earth 2 and have the same premise, but expand on it and stuff like that, and have some of the characters like Clancy Brown and Deborah Ferrantino and Joey Zimmerman and that do cameos. But I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know if they would ever consider that now and stuff like that. But for the time, this was an amazing series. Really recommend it to anybody, because it not only was great for technology-wise for the day, but early science fiction in the early 90s, I mean, you can't get much better than that, and it really holds up really well, although some things are a little goofy now, but, you know, it's set in 2192, and from there you can just imagine how the technology looks for the 90s, but they've done it in such a way that it was groundbreaking for its time, and I think that's what has an enduring legacy with Earth 2 is the fact that, you know, I was thinking back when I was buying it and stuff like that, and when I got it and received it, I kind of had to hold back tears and stuff like that, because I had such a joy watching this series as a kid. And it just, to this day, I still hold those memories really, really dear to my heart, because Earth 2 really was like, wow, this is such an amazing story. And as it kept going, it really opened up for the show, for Earth 2. It was going in directions that were really awesome for science fiction at the time. And it was another show that I was quite attached to, and still am attached to, pretty much. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. And the music by David Bergeaud, sorry, I butchered the name, but the music in this is amazing. The opening credits as well is absolutely amazing. But I just have a little talk about it and putting my feelers out there that it's an absolutely enduring legacy that Earth 2 left behind. Biggest twist at the end, left on a big cliffhanger, and has never been resolved. Would love to hear from NBC. Come on, can we get this remade? Can we have a continuation? I know there was petitions going around years ago trying to get it to come back, but I don't know how successful it was. But I would love to hear from the creators of the show. I mean, that's how much this show meant to me as a kid. And it was absolutely amazing. And I just want to let the creators know that, and the writers, they had an amazing show. And I would love to see it continued in some form, or even a complete revamp of the series, and have some of the cast and crew that are still alive, that were in the show, as cameos in some way. But I know that, you know, nowadays that's next to impossible. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Let's try to get my subscriber numbers up. I'm happy with just a like. That doesn't bother me. Subscribe, or hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all my latest stuff coming out. I'm happy either way, no pressure. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that there's so many people out there that watch this and like what I do. To those returning and keep watching my videos, I absolutely love you guys. You are absolutely amazing. To everyone new, thanks so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. That's all you have to do. But other than that, this video down. I will have another one up in the next half an hour. And that's my 2 videos for today. I may even possibly get a third one up to keep everyone updated on what I'm playing. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all with the next one. All right, ciao.